One of my favorite features of Alpine, and honestly, I have like a lot of favorite features of Alpine, are the idea of getters. Getters are something where if you worked with classes in JavaScript, you may have seen it, but it allows you to assign a function to a property where the value of the property can then be dynamic. Now, I will include a link in the video description to the MDN docs for getters. But let's take a look at how we can use them in Alpine.js. So in this application, I have just two values, first name and last name, and I am going to add a getter for full name. Let me just add a comma there, and we will paste this in. So now I have a getter for full name, and notice it's referencing first name and last name. And now what's cool, I can use this in my HTML just like a regular property. This X text here referring to full name looks no different than the X model, for example. And if I begin to edit my name, then it works as you expected. Again, it's essentially running this logic to get the value of full name while keeping my HTML pretty simple. Now, you don't need the get modifier in front. Let me show you that real quick. You don't need that. You could do it without. So I will drop in a new one here for formal name. Let's move this a little bit. Formal name is just doing last name first. And I will drop this into my HTML just so that we can see it working. And there we go, my formal name. And let's just go ahead and edit so we're sure it really works. So yeah, pretty simple. And again, you don't need to get keyword. Personally, I prefer keeping that in there because it makes it visibly obvious how it's being used. It sets my expectations for what I'll see in the HTML. And it's essentially just what I recommend you do as well. Enjoy.